Good morning, APA. This week we're going to be looking at National Apprenticeship Week. We're going to be exploring this morning what exactly apprenticeships are and thinking about all the different pathways that are available to you when you either leave us in year 11 or year 13. So, what is an apprenticeship? Some of you may have an understanding, but just to kind of be very clear on the basics, an apprenticeship is an opportunity to work while you learn. So, you are employed in a job, you are being paid a salary, and you are working towards qualification. So, you're either studying once a week from the employer's site or from an institution like a college or university. It is a full-time position, so you're basically working Monday to Friday, full-time, and as I said, you are getting a salary for that. So who can do it? Really anyone. As you can see on the third side, any age can access an apprenticeship. But in terms of the minimum age you need to be aged 16, having finished year 11. Hopefully, we're having at least 5 GCSEs at 4 and above. Uh, Following year 11, you'll move on to a level 2 or level 3 apprenticeship. If you're thinking about an apprenticeship after sixth form or college, you'd be going on to a level 4 to level 6 apprenticeship. Now, actually, a level 6 apprenticeship is what we call a degree apprenticeship, which is a really incredible opportunity. This is where instead of your employer paying for your apprenticeship qualification, they actually pay for your university degree. So, as well as being paid a salary, your employer is paying for your university course, which is about 9 grand a year. So, you're coming out debt free with a paid salary and a degree completely free. So that's a really fantastic opportunity to hit for if you're currently in year 12 and 13 thinking about your next steps. So you're probably thinking, would it suit me? What does it look like to me? Is this going to be the right move? Now, firstly, there is nothing stopping you from applying for apprenticeships and a college place, a sixth form place, a university place, and spending the time working out if it's the right option for you. So you can apply for both and see which one works for you. But it would really suit you if you're someone sitting there thinking that you want to make money but also learn at the same time. So obviously the opportunity to get paid a salary and to kind of work in your own time is the sort of general format for an apprenticeship week. Also, do you want to be more independent? This really allows you to, get out of your area. You might be going into central London, you might be traveling. It gives you the opportunity to kind of really use those independent skills. You want to enter the workplace as soon as possible. So this is for people that are really keen just to get stuck in and start learning on the job. And that links to the final point. You might be someone that really learns best when they're shown what to do, when they can do practical hands-on learning rather than sat sort of studying in the library all the time. So if you're kind of thinking that those points hit your criteria, then an apprenticeship might be a good option for you. It might not be a good option depending on what chosen career pathway you have. So, in some cases, you must go to university and do the traditional degree in order to qualify in your chosen job. And that kind of goes for careers in medicine, some science careers, and some law degrees. So, you need to have a think about what it is that you want to do as an end goal and work backwards. Do you need to go to university for this career, or is there an alternative pathway? Some of you also might be really excited about the prospect of a university experience. So that will be leaving home, living independently, getting involved in university socials and events. And yeah, if that is something that you are really looking forward to, as well as the more academic, scholarly route, then for sure a university experience probably is the right thing for you. So, what kind of jobs could you do? Really, there are so many opportunities in apprenticeships. Some of the icons here that you can see, just to kind of give you a general idea. So, we have the idea of construction, engineering, the kind of technical roles, business, finance, marketing, lots of roles in technology, software, computer science. There are loads of opportunities in the arts and creative sectors, as well as sport, leisure, and retail, hair and beauty, some health roles, some allied health roles, and some science lab roles as well. And the bottom right, there are actually apprenticeships in sort of the armed services, like the army, and also things like the police. The police have a degree apprenticeship where you would go as a fast track detective. So there's lots of different opportunities out there that you need to be aware of. A quick task for you now, then, in pairs. Now, in front of you are four careers which are one of the highest earning in the UK without having a university degree. Now, the first on the left is done for you. We've got someone holding a pair of house keys. That career is an estate agent, and you would be earning over 100k sometimes in commission, and the minimum requirements really are that you need a driving license. I'm going to give you 2 minutes in pairs to look at the other three videos in front of you. What careers do you think they are showcasing? 2 minutes, off you go. Okay, so those are the three careers that were previously shown on the screen. So, number one in the top right hand corner is an air traffic controller. Now, there's no university requirements for this job. You need to be at least age 18. You need to have 5 GCSEs at 4 and above. And actually, what will enable you to qualify as a controller is to be taking some online tests specific to the job. The salary is 40 to 100,000 a year. And if you're interested in learning more about this job, you can Google the NATS website, and that will bring you some more information. Second is a mortgage advisor, and this is for people that are interested in finance, investment advice. This could be a really good option for you. Now, these are predominantly people that advise customers on buying a home, purchasing a home, and where they can get their mortgages from which banks. Now, you also don't really need a university degree for this. Some people might start very kind of low level in a bank, and some people might actually apply as a junior advisor. And again, it's work based training. So it's the opportunity to learn as you earn. And for this, there isn't an entrance exam. As you can see, once you're fully qualified, your salary might be anywhere between £40,000 and £80,000 a year. Third, you probably guessed it, it was the electrician. Now, this is a career which I think is a little bit underplayed in the sense that people think it's a very, a lower skilled career. It absolutely isn't. There is a massive amount of earning potential for this career, 40 to 100k and above. And it really is on the job learning here. So it's an MVQ electrical qualification. You might start as an apprentice on a slightly lower salary, but once you get past your level 1, 2, and I think it goes up to 5, then you will start to be earning considerable amounts after that. So definitely one to think about, and one that you would start as an apprentice. Here, I just wanted to show you some of our previous APA students that have gone down the apprenticeship route and where they have ended up. On the far left, you've got Casey, who finished year 13 last year. She is now working as a project manager for British Airways. And that's a picture of her in the cockpit of a plane. So she gets to travel, she gets to rotate around lots of different departments in British Airways, and she can also work as cabin crew for some extra experience if she wants to do that, which is really cool. Next across, we've got another project manager, but this is in the real estate and property and construction industry. This is Rennie. She was a business student and she now works for Mace. She started on the degree apprenticeship program, which is something that I mentioned before. So she started on a salary of 28,000, which is a really, really high salary for an apprentice. And she's also working towards, or she'll have finished now, her degree in, I think it would be business management through this course. Next to her, we have Anton. So this is for the people interested in tech. Anton is a software engineer at Bloomberg, and he actually started after year 11. So he didn't do sixth form. He went on straight after year 11 because he wanted to get straight into work. Bottom left, we have Ali. Ali is another business student who is also on a degree apprentice opportunity in real estate, slightly similar to Rennie's role, but he is a surveyor. So he is costing out the projects. He's costing out projects that are around like property development. And then next to him is Amy, who is more of a creative student. She was a media student and stayed on to do her A levels with us. She started off in a marketing company and now she works for the podcasters Acast, and she's a creative strategist. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea about the different types of careers that you could move into, and to reassure you, you can be finishing year 11 and want to get straight on to work, or you can stay and do year 12 and 13 and reach for a slightly higher qualification once you finish year 13. So if you're thinking, yeah, I'm interested, I want to do a little bit more research and see what's out there, you can do. So you all have a Unifrog account. And the first thing that you can do is click on the apprenticeship section, that pink box just down there when you log on, and it will actually share with you all the apprenticeships that are live at the moment. So you can start to have a click on the job descriptions, have a read of what they are, start to understand all the employers that are hiring in your area, and maybe start to build a picture of the types of apprenticeships that might be a good fit for you. Second, I'm a massive advocate for having as much work experience as possible. Really try and get out there, experience what it's like in the workplace, and you'll quickly work out what is a good match for you. Again, you can do this at Unifrog. Click on the careers library, start to think about the jobs that you've been matched with, and actually on each job profile, there is a work experience section and an employers section where you can start to have a look and see what employers are in the area that offer the jobs that you're interested in. From there, we can get in touch with them and see if you can find a placement. Now, normally, work experience can be open for sort of 14, 15 above. And if you are sort of year 10, year 11 and sixth form thinking that you want to actively seek out some work experience, again, there is a CV function on Unifrog where you can create your CV. Year 7, 8 and 9, I welcome you to do this too. We will be using this service, this function on Unifrog in the next year or so. What you can also do by clicking on the link that was in the previous slide is visit the National Apprenticeship Week website, where there's loads of resources, loads of information, and actually there's loads of events that you can access from year 7 through all the way to year 13. Get out there, say yes to every opportunity, and see what there is to offer. Thanks very much.